Shining the Light with IUMC welcomes you to another Meditate at 8.
So far this week, we've thought about how we measure our faith, our love, God's love and grace, and our commitment to discipleship. While God's love and grace are immeasurable and in constant supply, what steps can we take if we know our faith needs strength, our love needs increase, and our commitment to discipleship needs depth? If I want to add more milk or butter or whatever to any given recipe, that's easy. I just add more and deal with the consequences. If I want a 20-inch board instead of a 12-inch board, it may cost a little more, but I can purchase those additional inches. How do I add more faith, more love, or more commitment to Christ? The answer is through the increase of what John Wesley called spiritual disciplines. We might prefer to call them spiritual practices. Practice sounds less intimidating than discipline, doesn't it? But whatever we call them, what was Wesley talking about? Whatever word we choose to use, there are things that help us grow deeper in our faith by showing us how to love God and others more generously and more deeply, how to learn more about God's will for our lives, and how to commit more fully to following Christ. Spiritual practices include prayer, worship, Bible study, and serving others. Romans 12:12 reminds us to persevere in prayer. Prayer, like these other disciplines, they're not easy. There are days I don't feel like praying, days when I'm not sure anyone is listening, days when my words sound flat or uninspired. But when we think of prayer as a practice or discipline, we understand that none of those things should stop us from praying. If you are learning something new, you know you have to practice if you want to improve. The word discipline implies setting aside time to do something even when we don't feel like it. Going to the gym is a discipline. Sometimes going to work is a discipline. There are Sundays when going to church requires discipline, and other days when the same is true for reading and studying the Bible. When we serve others, we often or always receive more than we give. In Romans 12, the Apostle Paul sums up a life of spiritual practice this way: let love be genuine, hate what is evil, hold fast to what is good, love one another with mutual affection, outdo one another in showing honor, do not lag in zeal, be ardent in spirit, serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope, be patient in suffering, persevere in prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints, extend hospitality to strangers. We can pray more, worship more, read more, learn more, no matter what our age. Don't look back on what you could have done or should have done, but instead focus on how you can purposefully grow in faith and serve others in your current stage of life. Think of someone who has helped you feel and know the love of Christ more fully. Now think of some way to help someone else feel and know that same love. What might God be calling you to do today?